Stay with me, folks. We're going to relocate a different part of the sidewalk here. We are now in Wi-Fi range. Sorry for the cutout, like I said. Infinity's latest wireless router is better than the prior generations, but it's definitely not perfect when traveling through multiple brick walls. That side. Might have to restart my phone. Seemingly it might be more than a Wi-Fi issue. See you, man. Thanks. See you, man. Thanks for your patriotism. It's like every time it tries to connect live chat is when I have the issue. Who was supposed to be on that float? To stand still, back to the dogs. The real action. Looks like we got two spoiled pups, a Frenchie. What is that, some kind of cocker? Tell me in the comments. Poor Katie's on bed rest. She sprained her tail, hitting it hella hard, getting in the back seat like a maniac the other day for a car ride. Or I'd have her out here, but she's getting better. We got tail movement again. It's wagging to the point where I just keep her as sedated as possible, and if it doesn't finish healing up in 3 weeks, it might need reset or something. They think it's a sprain, not a break, but nervous dog dad. a horse is possibly the second best creature on earth, right under dogs. Husky type dog. I am not a patient person. I'll tell you, I almost feel like they should route off that end of town there that goes across D Street to Ellis Lake and route them around the backside. Over there off of, what is that, 12th Street or, well, whatever it is that goes by the Lakeview Petroleum and all that stuff over there, and get a longer run at this thing. It's every time I'm at these parades, they're great fun, you know, great to have right out your door, easy access, but I feel like me walking around looking at the parade as it's lined up might be more of an entertaining experience for you guys. Maybe I'm just an impatient son of a bitch. I don't know. You tell me. Well, don't tell me. It really doesn't matter, but I know I'm an impatient son of a bitch when it comes to certain things. Definitely happy at all the people showing up to be in it and to spectate, though. That's good support. You know, hopefully they'll go into some businesses, do some shopping. I don't have a list, but I do know a lot of the downtown businesses are owned by veterans. I think we might even have a female veteran business or two, maybe. Don't quote me on it with Biden's economy. I can tell you about the restaurants down here more than any of the retail. But, yeah. Lots of good places to shop for antique and other antique items and restaurants. Some tweet or an ask from Dr. Robert. We got somebody else over here more interested in dogs, as it's a little slower at this end. It was much better when the apartment I rented years ago was right here where that green spot is now. Watch it from my front window. Perfect street view window on like the bottom part before you walked up into a studio. Friends, I guess you say it. It's those years where we all rented places together and each contributed some in a commune type situation, so we didn't have to live with our parents till we were 40 back in my day. Q93, local radio station, I believe over in the Hart building. Wonder if the attack on me has been solved or any closer. I don't like the way it keeps cutting, folks. I'm probably just going to end this stream pretty soon, and you know, hopefully you care to see it. Hopefully I gave you a little color into what Marysville is like. It's loaded down with supporters and veteran parade party. Good sign when you can see on my front sidewalk here, you know, that basically there's enough people here that fills the sidewalk. This is one of the last places you come to parade, because normally they have all the vendors and the other stuff down at the other end. This is the setup. Alright, that's about my last cutoff. I hate buffering and making poor quality stuff. I'm gonna go shoot some technology issues. Maybe it's just a phone restart. Maybe I need to restart the router. Maybe it's people plugging into the bandwidth with their Xfinity wireless Wi-Fi anywhere connectivity. Yes. The man who used to, the man who built it, his name was Stephen Field. And Abraham Lincoln, do you know who that is? Was famous president, I believe number 15. And he appointed Mr. Stephen J. Field to be the judge, jury, and executioner of Yuba County back when it was still the Wild West. And he built the house in back here in 1850. And this is from 1851, this house. And the reason why the first floor is downstairs is because there was a big flood in 1863 before we had levees. What happened is on here that pre-1863 had all the silt from the river come in and pour into the downstairs. Now there's other houses like this, like that, but they didn't dig out the bottom. Well, I was giving a good lesson to Tyler, and the mother noticed that they were over here interested in me and my stories of Lincoln and Field, and just keeping an eye on them. That's a big plus. That's good. Not really hurting anything, but I'm glad they're actually parents and like getting them in order. Wild Bill had the museum here years ago. It basically had students come through, and anyway, some liberal teacher had seen antique guns that wouldn't even fire in part of his displays and pitch a fit, and that basically stopped the schools from coming here to basically do field trips or whatever you want to call them. Of course, Wild Bill's redonated many of his personal collection items to like Yuba City. You can see a lot of it over there in the City Hall building. Can't remember specifically where, but a lot of pictures and stuff in there and other stuff. And he's distributed it to other places, but I imagine you might pinpoint to when society started going downhill would be about that time, at least for us here locally. But anyway. It's good to pass the history on to people. That Tyler kid, I don't know how old he is, probably 4 or 5 by my estimations, but he didn't know who Abraham Lincoln was. I'm pretty sure I knew who Lincoln was by that age. His picture was up everywhere with Washington's. How times have changed. And thank God for the people who put all that hard work and money into keeping the classic cars on what's left of our Americana good old alive and around. Thank you, veterans. Thank you, participants. Thank you, everyone. I'm tired of this thing cutting on me, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. Have a great day. Thank a veteran.